Hello and welcome to Volume 2, Issue 30 of Coffee with Ciara. This is a very hot cup of coffee, so I'm actually not going to take a sip. Just made a fresh pot of decaf, starting my day. Things are good. This weekend I'm having friends come up to visit, so that'll be fun. We were going to go on a hike, but we decided to go see Nope instead. It's way too hot to start a hike mid-morning. You really want to start early these days, so we're gonna go see Nope at a late showing. I'm very excited. I'm recording this on a Friday, so that's happening tonight, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. I hope that you had some fun things planned this weekend as well. I've got some fun things to share with you. First of all, this painting is done. This is Killdeer at Bear Hole. There we go. A little killdeer bird. Killdeer are water birds from North America, so their range is basically the entire continent. So, and they have really pretty markings. Yeah. So that piece is ready, just needs a coat of varnish and a frame. It's 11 by 14, and then it'll be ready to go home with you. Fogging up my glasses. So in addition to that, I'm working on some pet portraits this week, finishing those up, shipping those out end of this coming week. That's the goal there, and then the queue will be open, so get your orders in. I'm loving the acrylic. These are prepped for 2 of them. The acrylic pet portraits are super fun, and people really seem to like them. So of course I love my tattoo style ones too, and then the ink ones are fun also, but yeah, I'm enjoying the acrylic and tattoo style very much. As far as Mini Zine July goes, I made a little list zine. I've got countries I have visited and want to visit. Been lots of places. Some of them I'd like to go back to. So I've been to India and Ireland. I was a baby in Ireland, so it counts, but I'd really like to go back and like explore it as a conscious adult that can remember things. And then India, I had kind of a horrible experience in India. I went as like on a service trip, and I went by myself, and that was a terrible idea. So I would love to go back. I didn't get to do any really touristy stuff because I got really sick and came home early. So yeah, I've done quite a bit of therapy around that. But I've been ready to go back for a long time, so we just need to make that a priority. And then next page, hobbies that I love and want to try. There's obviously a lot on the hobbies I love and want to try, only because I have so much already that I'm involved in. Why I have not tried them yet. And then last page is things I can't wait to share with Lemon. So baking and cooking, music and movies, nature and garden life. I really, really do want to learn more about how to take care of my own yard and then how to grow things. I've been doing much better keeping my houseplants alive, which is good. I've not had great luck with them in the past. I think having like space for them helps, and lots of light. I've got a bunch in our bathroom which gets a ton of light, ton of morning light, and then sorry, scooting stuff around over here. And then I have some in our living room which also gets a lot of light. So yeah, they're happy where they are. Yeah, so that's my latest zine. I'm a few days behind on the prompts, but it does not matter. This is just for fun. So the next one is fanzine, which I did a David Bowie fanzine a while ago. I might just count that. And, I mean, it's for fun, right? So I might just move on to the next one. But the zines have been fun. They've been a fun little multimedia craft exercise. As far as knitting goes, I have my cardigan. I'm now finished with the waist shaping and just adding a little more length to the waist before I do the ribbing. It is a crop, and my needles don't really go around properly. Lovely stains on my shirt. But it is plenty big. So once I put the what is that? Hem button band. But anyway, you can see the lace. It's very nice. And then the waist shaping, again, this is supposed to be like under my arm. But there's the decreases, which are gorgeous. I'm enjoying knitting this a second time. It is a beautiful pattern. It's not the easiest to read for first timers. You definitely need to pay attention. Full on boob shot there for you guys. But I knit it like within a year of starting to knit, and I figured it out the first time. And I'm figuring it out the second time. So I don't know if you can still get her patterns on Ravelry or anywhere really. I think she may have taken a step back. But Andy Satterland, this is the Agatha cardigan. And I'm loving it. So once I should be started on the sleeves by next week. Pretty confident about that. I discovered a new podcast, a new knitting podcast, new to me. It's been going for a few years, called Get Knit Done. It's by an Irish host, and I love the Irish accent. So I could literally listen to her blab about knitting all day. I'm about halfway through her back catalog, and I will be sad when I run out. But podcast beget podcast, and so she has guests on all the time, and I'm going to go listen to their podcast next because I like all the accents. And we haven't had Netflix for a while, so I don't get like the Great British Bake Off to have on in the background. I'm missing all my British, Irish, Scottish, Welsh accents. Anyway, speaking of that podcast, she had an episode on stash management. And those of you who are not familiar with knitting terminology, your stash is just your stash of yarn, which many knitters have quite a large stash because collecting yarn and using yarn are two completely different hobbies. So I went through my stash yesterday, reorganized. Sometimes they call it tossing your stash, which is great because you inevitably will see different combinations of colors and yarns that you didn't see before when you just add things to your stash, little by little. So at the beginning of the year, I had plotted out several projects and filled my project bags with future projects ready to go, and it's, we're about halfway through the year now, so I did another batch of project planning and got some yarn into project bags ready to go, and I have a couple of skeins up there ready to wind for future projects. And I also sorted out the ones, the yarn I want to keep versus the yarn I'm ready to give away or trade. So I'm looking at my stash over here. It's all very organized and beautiful, and it makes me happy to look at it. So yeah, I would love to be one of those people that buys yarn for a project, knits it, and then keeps a very, very minimal amount of yarn on hand. I do keep a lot of scraps because I like to make scrappy projects, and it's good to have just something you can knit with. But anyway, it's enough yarn philosophizing. So yeah, that's I have in the email today a little sign I made, a little fall craft, and what else? I had something else I want. Oh, if you go to my Instagram, I've been posting a lot of reels. Hi little hummingbird. They're always checking me out, which is really cute, especially the young ones. The little ones are very curious about what's going on in here. What was I saying? Oh, Instagram reels. So I've been getting into reels. Those have been fun. I need to cross post to TikTok because it's essentially the same kind of format between reels and TikTok videos. And I've been enjoying watching them, been enjoying making them, and I have several time-lapse videos with pet portraits and zine making, and so that's kind of a fun, I love making the little time-lapse videos. It's a fun way to kind of see my work in progress, so would recommend you hop over to Instagram and check out what I'm up to over there too. Yeah. And also, the algorithm won't always show you if you're already following me, so just encourage you to be intentional and go over and see what I'm up to. Because I'm pretty pleased with a lot of the reels and content I've been making. And yeah, I'm excited to get to share all my crafty, fun, artsy things with you, and hope you're enjoying them. I hope you're staying cool this summer. It is hot pretty much everywhere. Yes, think fall thoughts. And I will see you next week. Bye.